doing that wheel bearing on the 2014 Tiguan. So first, after you take your tire off, you're gonna want to pop the axle nut, which we have right here. On this rig, it happens to be a 15/16. And after you pop that out, you want to go, and these are H7 Allen head, one up top, one down below. Loosen those off. Give your caliper a little pry with the pry bar in here forward to compress the cylinder a little bit, make it a little easier to pop off. Well, I already had that loosened, but pop your retainer out of the way so that you can just take your caliper off and take your pads off. We should be able to leave the actual bracket on and just take the caliper, pads, rotor off to be able to give it the bearing to pound it out. And then there's going to be 4 of your we can get it open here. 4 of your a whole bunch of weird ass number triple square. It should be the one there, I think. Nope, not that one. Not that one. We go with the L10 maybe? Don't tell me I don't have the right one for this. Don't tell me that. Oh, nope, look at that, we got it. This little dude right here from the kit. What is it? Clean it off, maybe. Yeah, I'm not reading what that's saying. But anyway, that is the one you need. There's one up top, one below, and if you rotate your wheel around, there's going to be the same on the other side. This is the same rig. I just put the axle on. Knew the wheel bearing was bad, but they didn't have the part in stock. So we're here doing it now, about a week later, 2 weeks later. So I was wrong, and you do have to take the bracket off to get that out of there. 21 mil, top and bottom, big ass bolts. Bracket will come off, this will come off. I gotta get the axle loosened up there. Pop that off, be able to get at those. Then hopefully, you know, East Coast, not the greatest, but doesn't look too crusty in there. No, it doesn't look too crusty in there, so hopefully the bearing, just a couple smacks with the big old hammer and falls right out and ready to put the new one in, but we'll see how she goes. So, all 4 of those out. I just turned it to the passenger side and pop the axle, and you can rotate and move this around enough that you're able to get it all 4 of them pretty easy. They're recessed, blue Loctite on them. We're gonna put some Loctite back on it when it goes together. Put in a little bit of force on the old extendo, and breaking through wasn't that bad. Just a little bit of consistent force, so it came past. But now, other than a little bit of roar that people might assume is tire noise, for whatever reason these Volkswagens don't they don't go all floppy. Like, it's still fairly solid on there, but when you rotate it, you know, maybe if I pop the axle back out of it. Well, that's not working. Hold on here. Yeah, if we get the axle out of it, she's all foo battered. Yes, if you care about these, yes, but I don't care about those, and I really don't want to mess with those tiny little Torax that are all crusty looking. And I mean, it's still there for the most part. Honestly, when they get rotten, I just rip them off and forget about them. So yeah, that's that, and everything's off. And we're just gonna get a hammer and start pounding away. But I'm going to put the phone down because, yeah, East Coast rust. When you actually get it off, she's in good shape. Get you a nice new one in the box. Make sure you take your wire brush, it's a brake clean or something, you get all this crap out of here from pounding it out. Give out here a nice little scuff up and brush too, just so you have a nice flat sealing surface. You're not going to have any it won't beat it down, make it go funny, you won't lose a bearing, stuff like that. Mostly so it stays snug and you don't have bearing failure, tire fall off going down the road kind of thing. So yeah, and there it is. So what I like to do is when I put it on, just tap it in enough so the holes are kind of lined up and it stays there and you can let go and grab your nuts and bolts and whatnot. And then where those ones, like I showed you, were tapered, they're basically self-centering. So I wind them in all snug, and then I go a few turns on each one and just keep, almost like when you do a tire cross, until it pulls it all in. And then go around and tighten one, tight, 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 and just keep going little by little until they all get torqued. I don't know if there's a torque rating on these. I've never done it. I just, with the Loctite, go to what's tight. Like, I know my own strength kind of thing. You do too. You know when you're tight and you go a little bit more. Don't go so you're going to try to break the bolt off or any of that. But that's how I do it. Everything's cleaned up. Got my blue Loctite on there. The axle started back in. And then it's just reassembly. Put your nut back in, put your bracket back on there with your 21s, snug all that back up, put your rotor on. Oh, and if your rotor, most of the time if they don't come out, I don't put these little things back in. A lot of the time they're Phillips, but these are T30 Torex on the Volkswagen. I found if you put the little socket in there, give it a couple taps, last resort a little bit of heat. Been having pretty good luck with the V-dubs. They come out. But yeah, that's it. All in all, honestly, I think I'm into this, including making a little video. By the time I get the tire and everything done, I'll be into this for 45 minutes, just taking my time. No power tools. Well, I got that out to take the axle nut off, but lasted about 3 seconds before the battery was dead from sitting in the garage. But anyway, yeah, it's not that difficult. Don't be afraid of it.